Hey yogis, what's going on? Welcome to, or welcome back to, depending, my channel, The Benderfit Yogi, Rob here. And today we will be focusing on backbends.
Huh?
Yeah, the focus will be on backbends. I had to think for a second. This is for beginners, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be difficult. It's not going to be a good workout. It just isn't going to have the postures that you would see in an advanced or intermediate class. And that's just to allow you to get used to, again, your breath and your movement and matching the two, and which comes with time. It becomes fluid after you do your practice for a while. It's good to be consistent, so come to your mat every day, even if it's for 5 minutes, just as long as you're doing something for yourself each and every day. If you like my channel and my videos, please hit the subscribe and the like button for each. It really does help out. With that being said, I will see you on the mat. Hey yogis, welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started in Sukhasana, or easy pose. Legs crossed is fine. Before we start our breathing, things you might need or want to have would be blocks and a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, you can use a towel, whatever you have handy. Let's go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Place the hands on the knees, and then just gently pull back on your knees. You're going to feel the upper back muscles engage. Try to keep in mind which muscles you feel engaging. That way you don't have to do this every single time. This is opening up your chest and your shoulders so that you have proper posture, so that your spine is nice and tall. So go ahead and close your eyes, and then just begin to breathe normally. Noticing the natural rise and fall of the chest as you inhale and exhale. Not trying to control the breath at this point. Begin to notice random thoughts, because they will happen. Acknowledge them, place them in a bubble, then push them away. Coming back to your breath. Throughout your practice, if you ever start to have those random thoughts, just come back to the breath. Each time, it's like a muscle. The more you build it up, the stronger it'll be. On your next inhale, inhale fully so that your fullest lung capacity is reached. So inhale all the way up to the top, up to the collarbone. And pause at the top. And then exhale. Exhale fully, engaging the abs, getting all that stagnant air out of the bottom of the belly. Then repeat. What this is doing, it's the beginning process of matching your breath with movement. So being able to control your breath is going to help you be mindful, stay mindful, present throughout your practice. It's not something necessarily that you will accomplish, especially if you're in the beginning stages of your practice, but over time you'll be able to get to the point where you can control your breath with each movement, thing that you will definitely realize that you're doing, and it's a great feeling. Now inhale normally. This time as we exhale, we're going to exhale out through the mouth. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale again, noticing what your throat is doing as you're exhaling. What muscles are being used. This time as you inhale normally, You're going to close the lips, you're going to exhale, but you're still going to keep the neck muscles in that same position so that you still are making the sound. It's just in the throat. This is your ujjayi breath, also known as victory breath or ocean breath, obviously, for the noise that it makes. This will be the breath that you will want to focus on for the remainder of your practice. If at any time you lose control of your breath, pranayama, just go ahead and take a resting pose, which I'll show you when we begin. Once you regain control of the breath, then you can rejoin the class. Taking this at your own pace, being mindful throughout your practice, which simply means to be present on purpose. Noticing how your body feels, noticing any sensations, any noises, any smells. Then how your body reacts to each posture or asana. But do it without judgment. If you're not able to do a pose the way you think you're supposed to be doing it, based on what you may see on YouTube or other yoga sources, don't judge yourself. That comes with time. So just focus on your breath, coming back to your breath, and making sure that your alignment is correct, that you're staying safe. Because that's the two most important parts, is that you're breathing and that you're staying safe with your alignment. So open the eyes, and then as we inhale, we're going to lift the arms. Palms will touch at the top. Exhale the hands down the center, the heart center. Repeat, inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. This time as you inhale, exhale the right arm down about a foot to the side. Then inhale up through your left fingertips, and then bend over to the right. So that left arm is bending over the left ear. Keeping the shoulders and the chest square to the front of the room. You can do that by bringing the bottom shoulder forward, top shoulder back. So each time you inhale, lengthen, exhale a little bit deeper, making sure this sits bones or cheek is on the mat to get that full stretch of the side body. And we're going to inhale the right arm up. We're going to exhale the left arm down. Now we're going to lengthen through the right fingers. And then we're going to bend to the left, right arm over the right ear. Keeping the neck aligned with the spine. Inhaling as you lengthen. Exhaling as you fold. Again, breath and movement correlation. Inhale the left arm up. As you exhale, bring the right arm behind you. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Sit up tall. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to look out over the right shoulder, gently twisting. It is the beginning of your practice, so don't go too far, too fast. Every time you inhale, lengthen up through the crown or top of your head. And then exhale just a little bit further into the twist. And then release the gaze forward. Now we're just going to switch sides. So bring the left arm behind. Right hand reaches across to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twisting over the left shoulder. Crown of the head. Exhale, gently twist. Release the gaze back to the front of the room. Release the arms to the sides. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold forward with the flat back. And then round at the bottom, releasing the head. If possible, maybe walk the hands out a little bit closer to the front of the mat. Feeling this stretch in the side body, the back, the hips. Inhale, walk the hands back. Switch the crossing of the legs. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, walk the hands back. Each. Then coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to bring the knees to the outsides of our mat. We're going to bring our big toes together, and then we're simply going to sit back. If you can, maybe bring the ribs, the torso in between your thighs. Release the forehead to the mat. This is child's pose, which is resting pose number 1. So again, if you lose pranayama, breath control at any time, or you just need to take a break, come to this. Once you regain composure, rejoin the class. This can also be an active pose, so pushing into the hands while you allow the sits bones to release towards the heels of your feet. Now inhale, coming back into tabletop. You're going to bring the knees back underneath the hips, and then you're going to sit back again. This time you're going to bring the arms to your sides. So basically just relax the shoulders, let them fall towards the earth. Now inhale, coming back into tabletop. Preparing for downward facing dog. We're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. We're not going to dump into the wrists. We're going to spread the weight or distribute the weight equally between both hands. We're going to initiate by lifting the sits bones towards the sky, straightening the legs, engaging the abs. So spread the fingers nice and wide, tuck the toes, inhale, exhale, push back and up. Downward facing dog, shoulders are externally rotating or rotating out. Inner thighs are lifting up.
So that should bring your big toes in a little bit closer than your heels. And then releasing the chest towards the thighs as you exhale. Since this is your first downward facing dog, go ahead and walk your dog, bending one knee at a time, stretching out the hamstrings and the calves. If you need to come to your knees at any time, come to your knees. Now just look in between the hands and walk the feet up to the front of the mat. Allowing the head to release. Chest come in contact with the top of the thighs. So if that means you need to bend your knees, then bend your knees as much as you need to. Slowly allowing again the hamstrings to open up and relax and release. And then we're going to come up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. With the head being the last to lift. Coming into Tadasana, or mountain pose. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see. So Tadasana is just your arms to your sides, palms facing forward. Big toes together, heels can be slightly apart. Ankles aligned with the knees aligned with the hips aligned with the shoulders, and then the shoulders aligned with the ears, so pull that head back. You want to be internally rotating the inner thighs, so inward, as you bring your sits bones slightly towards the front of the room. Engaging the front of the legs or quadriceps, the abs, and then breathing. Now transitioning, I'm going to turn back forward. Coming into our classic sun salutation, which is going to consist of you inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, bringing the hands on the shins, shoulders back, flat back. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Right knee comes down. Inhale. Arms come up. Option to arch the back. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Left foot steps back into upper push-up or plank position. Then bring the knees down. Keeping the sits bones lifting towards the sky. Bending the elbows, bringing the chest towards the mat. Then the stomach, then the hips, releasing the toes, and then just coming up slightly, bringing the shoulders and chest up off the mat, baby cobra. And then exhale, back into tabletop, tuck the toes, push back into downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward in between the hands, left knee comes down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, release the hands. Bring that back knee up, then step the left foot up to the right. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, root through your feet. So really feel the connection with the earth and the feet. Make sure that you're distributing your weight between each four corners of the feet. And then with a flat back, we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up again. Exhale, dive. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee comes down. Inhale the arms up, arch the back. Exhale the hand back down to the mat. Right foot comes back. Knees come down. Sits bones towards the sky, chest, stomach, hips. Baby cobra. Exhale, push back, tabletop to downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, right knee comes down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right knee comes up, then step the right foot to the left foot. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back 1 foot at a time. Inhale, option to drop the knees. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. So the back of the arms are parallel with the floor. Now option 1 is to come into baby cobra. Option 2, full cobra. Option 3 is to lift the thighs up off the mat. So the only thing touching are the palms and the tops of the feet. Upward facing dog. And as you exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Again, exhale, release the chest towards the thighs. And now we're going to look in between the hands.
Step the right foot in between the hands, coming up onto the ball of the back foot.
Inhale, rise, lunge, exhale, arms to mat. Exhale, hands to mat, step back, left foot in between the hands, inhale, come up, exhale, hands to mat, step back, right foot, inhale, exhale, then repeat on the left side. And this time we're going to hold for 5 breaths. Ensure the ankles aligned with the knee without extending the knee past the toes. Exhale the hands to the mat. Step back. Push back into downward facing dog. Look in between the hands. Step. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale, lift. This time as you exhale, sit back, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, release the hands, step back. Knees down, chaturanga. To upward dog or cobra. To downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step in between the hands. Inhale, moving the back foot slightly angled. And then coming up, warrior one. Exhale the hands back down to the mat. Step the left foot up. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, release and lift. Exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga. To cobra or upward facing dog. To downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step through. Back foot comes to an angle as you inhale. Exhale. Inhale the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now I'm going to switch over here so that I can show you the next posture so that I'm facing you and not away from you. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, step the right foot back, parallel with the back of the mat, or slightly in. Then release the arms. Left arm reaches towards the front, right arm reaches towards the back. Externally rotate that front thigh, pull back into socket. Knee over ankle. You should still be able to see the big toe on the inside of the thigh. Now if you see your leg coming in, just bring the back hip in a little bit, and that's going to give you some room. Engage the abs. Make sure that the torso is staying in alignment with the hips, so don't lead too far forward, too far back. Now release the left forearm to the inside of the left thigh. Then bring the right arm up and over the right ear. Bringing the bottom shoulder forward, top shoulder back. Squaring the shoulders in the chest in front of the room. Extended side angle. Just picture a straight line from your back foot all the way up, out through the right fingers. Or you can picture drawing energy from Mother Earth, coming up the right thigh, the right torso, the arm, and out through the fingers. Still lunging into that left leg. Leading with the right hand, come back up into Warrior Two. Now we're going to straighten that front leg. If you need to grab your block, grab your block. Place it on the outside of that left foot. The leg straight, we're going to inhale. And then when you can't go any further, exhale, release the hand to your block, shin. If your super flexi, floor, mat. Right arm reaches. Depending on your neck range of motion, you can either be looking to the right fingertips, or if it's more comfortable, down at the mat. Finding a drishti, which is a focal point. Now straighten that front leg. Inhale. Back up into warrior two. Now rotate on that back foot onto the ball. Then just step forward. Exhale the hands to heart center. Now I'm going to switch again. So my back isn't to you. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, step the left foot back. Foot parallel with the back of the mat or slightly in. Extend the arms. Check your posture. Check your form. And externally rotate. Pull back. Knee over ankle. Strong back leg. Grounding. Pinky toe side of the back foot. Engage the abs. Try to soften the shoulders. If you're having some issues with your stance, just try to align the heel with the middle arch of the back foot. Exhale the right forearm to the inside of the right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over the left ear. Square the shoulders and the chest. Neck back aligned with the spine. Gaze can be down or up. And that front hand, bringing the pinky towards the floor, thumb towards the sky. Leading with the left hand, inhale, back up into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, reach out as far as you can go. And exhale, release the hand. Again to a block. Your shin, the mat. Gazing either up or down. Leading with the left hand, bend that front knee, inhale, back up into warrior two. Coming onto the ball of the back foot, arms reach up, step up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now moving your block if you have one. We're going to inhale the arms up. We're going to sit back, like we're sitting in a chair again. Shifting the weight into the left foot. You're going to bring the right leg up and over. If you're one of those really flexible people and you can get this foot behind the calf or ankle, do so. Otherwise, you can just leave it. Or, for balance, use it as a kickstand. Then we're going to bring the right arm underneath the left. If you can, palms can touch. Bringing the elbows up, shoulders down. Eagle pose. Inhale the arms up, release the leg. Sit back. This time the left leg comes over the right. Left arm comes under the right. You can touch the palms. Otherwise, sit back. Checking on your breath. When we hold poses like this, it gives us an opportunity to be present, to notice how the body and muscles are reacting to holding the pose. Again, without judgment or reaction. You need to come out early, come out early. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. And this time we're simply going to take the right foot, step back, again as if we're coming into Warrior 2, except for we're going to rotate the front toes in. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, release the arms behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, open up the heart and chest to the sky. And then with the flat back, as we exhale, we're going to bend forward. Exhale, release the hands onto the mat underneath the heart. Bring the toes slightly in closer than the heels. Keeping the left palm planted, we're going to lift the right hand up. Gaze can either be up or down. If this is too much, bring the hand to the hip. Simply open up the shoulder and elbow. Coming back to your breath. Release the right hand back down to the mat, and then lift the left hand up. Then release the left palm to the earth. Now we're simply going to rotate on our feet to the front of the mat, so coming back up to high lunge. We're going to step the back foot up to meet the front foot. We're going to inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Inhale, release and lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, release the hands, step the right foot back, right knee comes down. Inhale, arms up, option to arch the back. Exhale, hands to mat, stepping the left foot back, coming to the knees, sits bones stay up, chest to mat, stomach, hips, baby cobra. Exhale, push back, tabletop to downward facing dog. Right foot steps in between the hands, left knee comes down, inhale, arms up. Exhale, the hands to the mat, back knee comes up, step forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, the hands, the heart center. Inhale, release and lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, step back. Push back into downward facing dog. Now as we inhale, we're going to round the back. We're going to bring the shoulders above the wrist into plank or upper push-up position. And keeping the elbows tucked into the sides. Option to release the knees to the mat. Come forward slightly on the toes. And then come down slowly. Belly onto the mat. Now release the hands to the sides. As we inhale, we're going to be lifting the chest and shoulders, the arms. Option to lift the legs up off the mat. Locust pose. So inhale, exhale, inhale, lift. Tightening the triceps, the upper back, the glutes, the abs. And release, right cheek to the mat. Take up one breath. And then prepare. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lift. Pushing the pelvis into the mat. And release, this time the left cheek to the mat. One full breath. Then prepare, inhale, exhale, inhale, lift. And release. If you're shaking like I am, that's good. So now from here we're going to go into our baby cobras or full cobras. Option is yours. So either bringing the chest and shoulder or coming all the way up. Shoulders back and down. Gaze can either be to the front or slightly down. Engaging the glutes, the legs. Exhale, slowly come down. Take one full breath. Inhale back up into cobra. Rotating the arms so that the elbows are facing backward and the pits of the arm are facing forward. And release back to the mat. Again, take one full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Push. And exhale, coming back down to the mat. We're going to push back into tabletop. And then we're simply going to come seated onto our bottoms, scooch up so that you're closer to the front of your mat because we're coming onto our backs. So bringing the arms out in front like you're shaking hands, one vertebrae at a time, slowly lower down. Bringing the hands onto the mat directly next to you. Bring the heels as close to the butt as you can. Preparing for bridge pose, which is going to consist of us pushing the hips towards the sky. We're going to make sure that our legs remain parallel to each other. The knees are facing forward. So prepare, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Taking one full breath. Inhale, lift. Option 2, bring the hands clasped underneath and then just walk the shoulders closer to each other, making sure you're still lifting the pelvis. And lower. Again, take one full breath. Last one. And lift. And lower. Now bring the knees into the chest. And extend the legs up. Need to grab onto the back of the legs to keep them up. Do so. Bring the knees back to the chest. And then just begin to rock back and forward. And then coming up at the top. Scooching back, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Bound angle or butterfly, as you may know it. Make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, lengthening the spine. Shoulders are back and down, engaging the core. If this is too much, bring the arms behind you. Simply open up the chest. Then on each exhale, slowly allowing gravity to bring the knees closer to the earth. Now extend that left leg out. Bring that right foot in to the inner thigh. Make sure the torso is pointed, facing out towards the left leg. Again, sit up tall. Inhale, the arms up. And exhale with a straight back, fold over the left leg. Once you get to the bottom, allow the back to round. Now if you need a strap, if you have a belt, a tie, a towel, whatever, you can use that to bring the chest closer to the top of the thigh. If you don't, then just allow the hands to fall wherever is comfortable. If you want, you can take hold of the calf or ankle and gently pull the chest closer. Or if you're flexible, just reach out, grab that foot. Doing a stretch in the side bodies, the back, the hamstrings, the calves, the shoulders. Inhale, come back up. And then we're simply going to switch sides. So extend the right leg out. Bring the left foot into the inner thigh. Adjust yourself. Sit up tall. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. Now we're going to extend the left leg and then bring the right leg out. Two options available. Sitting up tall. You can either allow the hands just to slide down the legs and then grabbing the calves or ankles. Doing the stretch. Option number two, if you're flexible, walk the hands out. Make sure you're engaging the feet. Inhale, come back up. Carefully bring the legs extended out in front. Again, sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale, forward. And slowly come back up. Now we're going to come onto our backs again. So hands out. Bring the knees to the chest. And then just begin to rock side to side, massaging the lower lumbar. Maybe go in circles. Allowing the knees to fall to the right. Extending the left arm out to a T. And then gazing out over the left fingertips. Again, as the body begins to loosen on each exhale, allow the knees to fall closer to earth. Making sure your shoulders are in contact with the mat. Inhale the knees back up to the chest. And then releasing them to the left. Right arm opens to a T. Gaze over the right finger. The knees back to the chest, preparing for our final pose, Shavasana, or corpse pose. Bring the forearms around the shins. We're going to engage all the muscles, so flexing the feet, engaging the calves, the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, the abs, using the biceps to pull the knees in tight. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. Once I reach 1, I'm going to allow the legs to extend out, feet fall open. Arms back and head release slowly down to the earth. Palms up to receive, palms down to ground. So squeeze, 3. Squeeze tighter, 2. Tighter yet, 3, and release. staying in Shavasana for as long as you like. Typically it's anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, but it's your practice. So whatever is best for you or right for you. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you to show gratitude to yourself for coming onto your mat, whether it be the 100th time or the first time, for taking time for just you, no outside distractions, no deadlines, no worries. As always, I'm honored that you allow me to come into your home. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I bow to you. Namaste.